Welcome, fellow dreamers, and welcome back to another segment of Healing Lemurian Messages, where Adama of Telos, one of my husbands and male past self, will be given healing advice. As always, I will be using the Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck, and I will be using the tarot cards I crafted by hand. Let's see what Adama wants to give advice on today. We've already got some cards poking up. Ooh, okay. Got a big one here. Okay. Move back some of the tools. I'll move the camera after I complete all the cards. Just, yeah, that works. Woo! Oh. I gotta clean up in here again. Okay. Alright. I think they're all in view. Okay. We have the world. Interesting. I'm already feeling this message pertains to the whole world, or at least a majority of the world. Feels like there's definitely going to be a good message behind it. Queen of Chalices in reverse. Ooh, majority of the world is losing faith, or struggling with faith. Now, this is Queen of Candles in reverse. I'm sorry. Okay, no, there's actually an evil woman in people's lives. Got it. Alright, Three of Staffs. A lot of people are trying to rebuild from past traumas. Looks like it's becoming easier now. Eight of Candles. Okay, good. Past trauma is successfully being left behind. I know I've struggled with that. Still got some bits and pieces here, still having nightmares. But, it's lessened at least. Let's see. Four of Wands in reverse. Okay. Not out of the woods yet, though. Not quite ready to celebrate yet. Full card. There are still people that look down on us. Five of Chalices in reverse. The grieving period is coming to an end. Four of Staffs in reverse. Okay, don't let anybody take anything from you. You're paranoid that they will. Don't worry about it, they won't. Page of Wands, new projects are beginning to become successful. And Hierophant in reverse. Okay, beware. I would say beware false prophets, but I feel like you know what to look out for now. I sure do, thank goodness. Even though I doubt my abilities to be sure if I can. So, now we're going to pull. I'm already feeling uplifted. We're going to pull the Oracle cards. I plan to pull 3 unless more pop out. Crap, I was not supposed to rotate these. Yeah, well, I can always fix it later. Was not supposed to rotate them. I'm not supposed to rotate the Oracle cards, I always forget. Okay, so, yeah, sometimes the art on these is hard to read. Looks like there's a lot of growth, balance, and growing, and your wings are coming in. Loaded like a lotus growing up through the mud. Okay. Crystal keys. Lemurian quartz crystals are special pieces of clear quartz said to have been encoded with great knowledge for the spiritual evolution of the human race. This card is about deciphering wisdom codes. Be inspired to find the wisdom hidden in times when you feel triggered, which is part of shadow work. There is so much information within our raw, intense reactions that when you choose to be present and peel back the layers, great spiritual insight will unveil itself in a way tailored just for you. Wisdom comes through inner paradoxes. Be awed in the creative flow or state of surrender. These crystal keys may be powerful keys to your spiritual evolution. And I will say, too, if you are being led to pursue shadow work, it's likely that you have a Lemurian past self, too. Vice versa, though. It can also work the same way. If you feel drawn to Lemuria at all, then it's likely that you have to go back and, you have to go back and, do some shadow work to unveil what's causing certain traumas to arise. Luminescence. When we journey through life from our hearts, it illuminates the darkness. Illusion drops away, and we see what is real. Consider the parts of yourself you may not be accepting. You may be experiencing inner dissonance due to what you are trying to push away. This card is about self-love, deep, compassionate, unconditional love that brings you into wholeness. Luminescence means essence of light. Nothing shines like a heart emanating with love. You can shine through the shadows most gracefully when there is no fear within. Accept all your shades to allow more light and love inside and out of your world. And I'm already getting the song lyrics. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. So, yeah. If you don't know, diamonds are actually come from pressurized coal. Which is ironic because a lot of people view coal as nothing, as, useless, and even as a punishment to give to bad children on Christmas. But if you put enough pressure on coal, it'll turn into a diamond. And a valuable diamond. And it's kind of the same thing with pearls, like sand can create pearls, it can create opals. And sand is usually just seen as a nuisance most of the time. But, with that being said, you are a bright, sparkling diamond. And even though life is not easy, don't let the pressure destroy you. Let it break away what isn't you. So often what causes a shadow self is when people try to push you into being somebody you're not. They try to say, oh, well, don't talk to your spirit guides because people are going to think you're crazy. Or, oh, don't be so creative. You need to be more practical. Or, I don't know, if they tell you it's wrong to be gay, if they tell you, if you feel like you're a girl or you feel like you're a boy and they're like, no, you're this gender. Or if you don't want to be a gender at all, they're like, just like, if you try to speak up for yourself and they're like women should be seen and not heard. It's just stuff like that, you know, like these are things that society pushes onto you that if you look at it from your perspective and you look at it from what your intuition tells you feels right and wrong, then you realize just how messed up some of these, what society perceives as right and wrong is. You know, like, you're told not to be yourself. You're told not to wear pretty colorful clothes or big jewelry. You're told not to get tattoos. You're told you have to be a certain gender. You have to be something you're not, someone you're not. You're pressured into getting lipo. You're pressured into getting boob jobs. It's just stuff like that, you know. Let the pressure of what feels uncomfortable to you break away and reveal the true you. Because you are perfect. God made you the way you are for a reason. I'm getting the song from Lady Gaga, which I think is ironically about being gay. I was born this way, I was born this way, I'm on the right track, baby, I was born to be brave. And at one point she says, God makes no mistakes, I'm on the right track, baby, I was born to be brave. So yeah, God makes no mistakes, God made you the way you are. Don't let societal norms, I hate that word so much, press you into being, you know, a lump of coal. Don't let societal norms press you into being sand with a weak foundation. Become that crystal that you were meant to be. You know, I learned too, like, from shadow work. Shadow work is all about self-love and loving the self unconditionally. Because you need to do that. I mean, a lot of the times people will fall victim to abuse because they don't like themselves and they think the other person can fix them and make them more likable. I mean, at least that's what happened with me. But no, all he did was mold me into being his slave, his puppet. It's just, you know, you want to be yourself. You want to follow your intuition, follow what feels right. Because oftentimes when you do shadow work, you realize that you're really not ashamed of the things that you were trying to hide. It was just something society made you feel like you had to hide. And on top of that, you know, it's, what's the word I'm looking for? You also realize that shame and guilt do not come from you. They aren't your feelings. They're feelings that people put on you. They said you should feel this way. You should be embarrassed. You should be ashamed because you're not like everybody else. Because you're different. You think differently. You don't fit in. So they're saying because of that, you should, instead of the people that don't accept you and are being hateful, being ashamed, you need to be the one who's ashamed for being born the way you are. Do you see how toxic that is? Like, I remember we were even doing this exercise in, like, my group therapy, where we had to draw what our inner critic looked like. And I noticed that my inner critic often took the form of somebody else. Because the words that I was ashamed of were not, or that made me feel self-conscious, did not come from me. They weren't my own words. And that's what you need to do. You need to stop letting other people's opinions influence you, especially if they're hurting you. The infinite. As Lemurians were only partially incarnate, their bodies were much lighter, less physically actualized, and less affected by aging. They were also aware of their infinite nature. This card of rebirth can appear after challenges that have required a hard level of surrender. You have arrived at a beginning. Revel in your newfound inner freedom. Blockages have fallen away, and there are opportunities to step into. Stretch your wings and arise like a phoenix born anew, ready for a new cycle of growth. Celebrate, honor the road that brought you here, and prepare to take flight with the tools you have gathered through your elevation process. And I will say, much like dragons, Lemurians kind of bordered that fine line between physical and not physical, which is why they can still die. It just takes them longer for the physical part of their body to pass. But yeah, this, I think this is confirmation for me to do the funeral ritual on camera. Which I hope it works. It's, meant to, help you release a part of the past that you can't let go of. And, the reason I'm waiting on doing it right now is because I've been told by my guides, like, I'm on a certain schedule, what I'm trying to do here. But I have to finish the narrations that revolve around the story narrations that revolve around my abuse, because it is a part of my healing. With that being said, let's move on into the scrying. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, ball's a bit dusty. Hearing shine bright like a diamond again. Ball is cold, burning the center of my palm as usual. I see a sombrero. Wonder what that means. Something in Mexico. Something about the sun, maybe. Thinking of the island of the dolls where they're all hung from the trees to ward off evil spirits. Or to appease the spirit of a little girl. I'm not sure what the message is there. Breaking Bad also takes place in New Mexico. Maybe it's a Day of the Dead thing. I've never celebrated that. Maybe there's a message for you in the movie, Coco. Okay, I just saw a very dirty image. Some of you might be sexually pent up, which, if you're anything like me, this could mess with your emotions and your brain. Okay, I'm seeing a fidget spinner spinning. Something to do with trends. And being dangerous. Yeah, that makes sense. Because fidget spinners break apart and hit people in the face, and they're also, they're trendy, but they're not really that cool, you know. Now I'm seeing a paper swan origami. Not sure what it means yet. Ugly duckling message, maybe. Something fragile becoming something beautiful. You feel fragile, but you're beautiful. Okay, I see a sheepdog. Getting a call back to Wooly again. which, if you don't know, sheeps are very protective. You can get, like, you can use their wool to ward off, evil spirits. Which is why I picked up some yarn that was made of sheep wool. Okay, I see a T-Rex bending over to eat. I'm not sure what that means. I'm a little uncomfortable right now because my ex was obsessed with dinosaurs. Not sure if this yields a message or not. Hearing the word resentment. I mean, I guess it's not the dinosaurs' fault, but I don't know. Still uncomfortable with looking at them right now. Also thinking of that. Okay, I see a balloon dog. That's nostalgia. Inner child work is needed to heal. See a wine glass. I don't think this necessarily means to start drinking. I think this means seek antioxidants, which can be found in grapes and blueberries. Okay. And that's that. If you enjoyed this and it was healing for you as it was for me, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, click that notification bell too. And, what in the world would this come from? I gotta clean up in here. If you would like to support, the channel, please do go visit Dragon Realm Boutique on Etsy, where I'm now doing commissions. And you can also book a personal reading with any of my guides. There's also other things you can buy on there. But, until next time, fellow dreamers.